It's just a simple jab, but vaccines save millions of lives each year. Vaccination drives are crucial in countries that lack adequate health facilities. For over a decade, the GAVI Alliance has led those initiatives. It aims to get private companies to work with governments to reduce child mortality rates, especially in Africa. Diseases like yellow fever, pneumonia, and influenza can be deadly without vaccines. GAVI claims more than 5 million lives have been saved so far, but during a replenishment conference in Brussels, it announced a huge funding gap of $7.5 billion. GAVI says international donors need to step up. The European Union has already responded, doubling its annual aid to the cause, a surprising move during a time of budget trimming.
As the time goes, we see even more need really to support GAVI. So we have decided to double our contribution to GAVI. That will be 25 million euros a year, just to really to get over the cliff, to get each child immunized, and actually achieve that 50% of children by 2050 will be fully immunized.
Governments also have a role to play, putting pressure on the private pharma industry to provide cheaper vaccines. GAVI's ultimate goal is sustainable immunization programs all over Africa.
I think it's important that countries, invest in their own people to start with, so that when money from donors comes, it's like cherry on top. It just helps them. I know most of the African countries, or not only African countries, there are countries that, have problems. Finance becomes a huge problem. But I must really thank GAVI for doing what they are doing. But they insist that governments pledge their 15% on health that they promised in 2010.
And with the Millennium Development Goals looming, those programs can't come soon enough. Immunization is increasingly considered a cheaper tool to indirectly fight global poverty. The GAVI Alliance is one of the most extensive immunization efforts in the world, spreading awareness of the fact that getting vaccines to the world's poorest not only saves lives, but is a smart investment towards their future, especially when it comes to improving health systems.
In many cases, mothers bringing babies in to get vaccines is really the first touch point they have with the health system. It makes them feel comfortable, build trust in the health systems in their communities that then can be relied upon later in life to deliver other health interventions.
GAVI is confident it can plug its funding gap, but says it needs to happen soon. 1.5 million children need immunization every year, and those stats will most likely grow. Sandra, Gathmann, CCTV, Brussels.